O evento de hoje aqui, ó, tá acabando de ouvir esse mega bate-papo aqui. Quem não viu, pode ver de novo, vai ficar disponibilizado aí no ar, aí pra você, tá? E agora, a gente vai seguir, né, no nosso AI Experience, né? Vamos seguir com um monte de temas muito legais, né? Hoje, primeiro, eu queria agradecer os nossos patrocinadores de novo, H2O.ai, Suzano e a Semantics, que estão aqui nos. Eu agradeço aí pela confiança e para promover esse evento tão legal, tão bacana que a gente está fazendo hoje, né? E lembrando aqui, ó, eu vou fazer uma coisa mágica. Nós vamos mudar o idioma aqui para o inglês também. Então, eu vou começar a falar inglês. Se você quiser continuar assistindo em português, não faça nada. Continue nesse canal, né? Vai ser em português traduzido, né? Em tempo real. E se você quiser ouvir no idioma original em inglês, vai para esse canal que está aí no nosso chat, né? No nosso chat vai estar aí o canal para você assistir em inglês. Valendo, ó, 1, 2, 3 e... Now it is in English, and now we are going to start our international event right now with great, amazing startups. And look out what we have here in the afternoon. You have 3 startups. They are going to explain much better about their development, their new business models. We have U2. I hope that I am pronouncing it right. It's a Kenyan startup. It's the first time that I have the opportunity to see how it's developing the entrepreneurship in Africa. And also later on, we're going to have Dory, a Romanian startup. That they are all here presented already. And to finish, we're going to have Perceptron, that's a startup. I think that the order is not that, but all of them will be presenting their ideas, their solutions. Then watch out. And this is Anka that will present unique AI-based hotel assistance. After her, we are going to have also Jason Eisen, business and consumers engage and transact in an earlier, safer, and more trustworthy way. And also, we are going to have Max Level generate value for companies through the use of mathematical models. There is 3 great startups that he's going to present. But before we start, don't miss out what is going to come next. Let me put this video for you. Let me put here the sound just to see what's going to come next after the startups.
Мегафон создал бесплатный семейный тариф, потому что ты привязан к работе.
Just a short for what we are going to come next. After the startup, we are going to have the CEO of Deepfake. Deepfake is the company behind this video, this advertisement that was launched in Russia. Deepfake is a Russian startup as well, and they put Bruce Willis to be part of this advertisement, but he never was in a setup of the movie. He never record this scene. This is amazing, and she's going to tell what she has done, what Deepfake has done to make it possible, and what kind of agreement they need to do with Bruce Willis. We are talking about Deepfake, but Deepfake in a way that you can make it profitable. Very interesting, yeah? Okay, and then Maria Kimmer, I think that is right. I don't know if my pronunciation is right. Will be right after the startups talking about I am generated, therefore I exist. Don't miss. And in this evening at 7 p.m. Brazilian time, São Paulo time, you have bias, finance, and the role of AI strategy with Somaye Nipur. Okay, and just for you that are entering right now, we are A2AI. We really believe that we in artificial intelligence will transform the world. We have a strong impact in all careers, all professions, all markets, and we do our best to provide experience, to provide the best of digital transformation by our consulting arm, our consulting branch. We have executive education. We have many discounts for being part of our program of executive education. We can become associate of our association, and also we can get many of our content for free in the internet in our channels like YouTube and so on. To become part of I2AI as a member, you can take part of one of these great committees. You have committees for many different topics: IoT, health, ethics, innovation, machine learning, a connected AI world, education. There is many options for you to take part of this discussion. Yeah, and every day in this AI experience, we have from one and a half till 2 o'clock the presentation of amazing startup like we are going to start right now. Anka, I saw your face there. You are already ready. Max asked me to be the first because he needs to get a plane. It's okay, Anka? Not a problem for you? Okay, then Max, please go ahead. You are going to be the first to talk a little bit more. You have 7 minutes for explaining more about how to generate value for companies through the use of mathematical models. Max, are you there? I need to think that
Yes, I'm there, Alexandre. But I can on my camera.
Okay, right now I think that you are allowed to. Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Then I will stop the video for you, Anka, okay, and myself. And then yes. the floor is yours, Max. Please tell a little bit more about perception.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Max Leville, CEO and lead data scientist at Perceptron. Perceptron is a company founded in Chile and since November 2020 in Brazil, Toledo, Paraná. Can I share my screen or not?
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. Can you see my presentation?
Yes, you can see very well.
Yes. Our mission is to deliver balanced solutions for companies by using mathematical models and the application of artificial intelligence. We develop data collection, technological and organizational integrations, process improvement, relevant statistics, and interactive visualizations. Has followed since 2016. I work as independent consultant for large companies in Chile. In 2019, I found Perceptron to meet the requirement of large agribusiness companies in Chile. In 2020, we entered in incubation and acceleration process with Corfo Chile. And in 2021, we arrived in Toledo, Paraná to begin our participation in the Brazilian startup ecosystem. Our clients are large companies in health, banking, and agribusiness. Our first client in Brazil was the Unioeste. The Perceptron team has talent required to meet this data science challenge. Data science combines computer science, mathematical, and statistical techniques. Our methodology consists in 5 models that allow us to deliver maximum value in the minimum amount of time. With this methodology, we develop tailor-made solutions for the client, integrated solutions to customer system, and also personal solution that we commercialize as software as a service. The computer vision is a part of data science related to giving more power to vendors, power and capabilities that can go beyond the human eyes. The main benefits of computer vision application are automatic classification, low level of error, less than human eyes, remote and automatic processing, and continuous improvement of results thanks to better data. We are developed real-time flow detection and coding, real-time turkey coding, and real-time ranking. All these technologies, we then take them to actionable in the process using the latest technologies in robotics, real-time ranking with robotics, classification robot functional prototype, and functional prototype of drive robots. For achieve this challenge, we developed robotic based on computer vision system with a data-centric approach. Data-centric is a methodology that seeks the scalability of computer vision project through the improvement of data quality. Instead of improvement, we develop this framework. Thank you for your invitation. We invite you to contact Perceptron to solve your complex problem that arise in your processes. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Max. Very interesting to have here first Chilean startups that are right now coming to Brazil. This is great. For you that doesn't know, Perceptron is one also associated to I2AI, just associated. Yeah, is that right, Max? This is great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will put back here my presentation here to invite the second startup from today. Now, you are right, Anka. I would ask you a Dr. Anka, not only Anka, Dr. Anka. She's PhD, and she also is the CEO of Dory, unique AI-based hotel assistant. Anka, I'm curious to know more about your startup and your business model. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation. It is lovely meeting you. And my name is Anka. I am the founder and CEO of Dory. I have a PhD in AI, and I also did my PhD in South America, in Argentina, part of it. So to me, it's a very close connection to the South American continent. So I want to present a little bit my my product. I will share my screen to do a quick capture if that's all right with you.
Yes, it's all right. Please go ahead.
Okay, 1 second. Okay.
Yeah, now we can watch it perfectly.
Yes, just 1 second, and I'm sharing. Okay. Good. So, as I said before, I am the CEO of the platform, hospitality platform Dory, which has the mission to make hotels feel like home. The name Dory, because everybody asks me, comes from the doorman, which is like the first person you meet and greets you when you enter in a hotel. So Dory, it's also like the first doorman that comes your way and helps you have a nice experience in the hotel. Okay, so the problem that Dory actually was created to solve was to offer a different experience for the travel industry. We already know that the travel industry knew a major, like, let's say, ascent during the last years, of course, until 2018 when the pandemic started. In the pandemic time, it got a tremendous hit because a lot of people were needed to stay at home and they could not travel anymore. However, we all believe that the travel industry is going to make a comeback, but this time it's going to be changed. It's going to have a different approach. And in this approach, digitalization is the key. And this is what we are going to do with Dory. Dory, it's a unique travel platform that allows to digitalize the interaction between guests and hotel staff. It actually improves the hotel experience and the whole business performance. It is a solution. It's an AI assistant that helps also guests to have their needs met, but also the hotel staff that need to interact with the guests. And considering the stress and the frustration that come now with the pandemic and with the health concerns, a digitalization solution can solve the problem of reducing the direct interaction between staff and guests, but at the same time to reduce the need to hire more personnel and the stress that comes to the existing staff, because we already know that the stress when we have to deal with a hotel, it's not only for the guests but mostly for the hotel staff that needs to take care of a lot of things. So this is what we want to do with Dory. With Dory, actually, we want to create this efficient communication between hotel staff and guests, but also to help hotels to recover and increase their revenue and, let's say, the growth of the company. With the platform, we wanted to create this unique 300-degree guest journey from the moment as booking is made up to the moment where they leave a hotel and also when they come back. So basically, we create this digital channel for travelers during their hotel stays. The platform is made of an AI assistant which comes in a mobile app for staff and for guests, and a web admin platform. The unique proposition of the solution is actually an artificial intelligence module. The idea with this module came to me while I was traveling for work and for pleasure, and I noticed that there are a lot of things that could be handled if if one would consider AI in integrating like a process of interacting between guests and staff. And basically what this AI does, it's actually learning from the guest experience, from the guest previous experience, from the guest needs and specifics profile information. But as the uniqueness of the solution, it also learns from the observations made by staff. And what does it do? It actually offers the staff the information in order to interact easier with the guest. For example, it offers the staff the information before I arrive to a hotel that, for example, I am a vegetarian, or I'm very hard to please, or I have certain needs. And in this way, we can reduce the number of people interaction and the number of hours or the effort required to accommodate all these needs, because our solution can actually predict this and can offer useful suggestions and recommendations for both hotel and for both guests. So basically, it allows to identify and the preferences of hotel guests, but also to efficientize the actual communication flow and the actual work of hotel staff. The platform, as I said, comes with assistant for guests and also one for the hotel staff. And it comes with a very, let's say, detailed web admin, which offers unique statistics and can provide a continuous improvement to the internal management process in hotels. As I said, the artificial intelligence module, it's our unique proposition for the hotel, but also the entire platform comes as a complement to the booking system and to the property management system, and it actually creates a connection between them. And we can also offer the possibility to socialize inside the hotel and with people on the platform and create this networking option without the physical interaction, especially now considering the COVID limitation. Then we are currently with the solution in the process of entering a new different market, but also we want to extend it in such a way that we cover other industries as well connected to the hospitality, like the restaurants industry, the airline industry, and others. So basically we want to extend in the future. And we would like to say that we had like a tremendous good results from presenting the solution and also with our pilot hotels in Europe. And we want to extend the solution abroad. So to tell you,
Anka. Great, Anka. We are getting to an end of our time for your presentation. Yeah. But what I think that
say that we are a team of people from Romania, from Poland, and even we have someone, a collaborator from Brazil, and we have this solution to present to the hotels with a subscription model. So just want to say that we want to have this solution to create a unique experience for hotels. Thank you.
This is great, Anka. Thank you very much. It's a unique solution for hotels. And if you want to get more information, you can contact direct to Anka or also here, hello@adori.io. Is that right?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Anka. Now we are going to start our next presentation, our next startup. Our next startup is U2. I hope it's right. Jason Eisen. It's U2. Is that right? And
that's
Eisen,
correct.
Great. And we are going to have Jason Eisen, that is the founder and the CEO of this nice startup. He's going to talk about business and consumers engage and transact in an earlier, safer, and more trustworthy way. The floor is yours, Jason.
Great. Thanks very much. Just gonna share my screen here. There. Can you see my screen?
Yes, now I can.
Great.
Probably you need to put in the presentation view.
Yeah.
And the above, and then it's done.
Can you see?
Not in the present model. You need to put there in the top of present model. And then
you can see now, yeah?
I can see, but it's not in the presentation model, Jason.
Interesting. I'm not sure.
Are you with two screens? If yes, probably you need to set up the right screen for sharing.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah.
Can stop sharing and put it again, and probably with the right screen. Great. Now we can see.
That's
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right. Great. Thanks a lot. So I just want to start with a really simple question for everyone, which is, who do you trust? And you can think about this, but I can probably predict your answer. Your answer is probably something like, I trust myself, I trust my family, I trust my friends. Basically, I trust the people I know. That you would not be alone. This is how people all over the world answer this question, that trust is based on relationships. And then we ask the question, well, why is it if everybody in the world trusts the same way based on relationships, why is it that trust on the internet is based on something that has absolutely nothing to do with how we trust in real life? So on the internet, it's based on things like, let's say, 5-star ratings from random people that we don't know, that we've never met, that probably don't share our values, our beliefs, our preferences, maybe from bots or fake reviews. We have no idea really. But in real life, we already have this model of trust that seems to work very well based on relationships. So U2 is bringing a model of trust to bridge the gap between how we trust in real life and how we are asked to trust online. And we are defining a new category known as trust infrastructure. We're providing it sector agnostic across the entire internet, personalized for every individual, and decentralized to ensure that it remains a beneficial technology for the entire internet and for the people of the internet. So our goal is really to help businesses and consumers engage and transact with each other in an easier, safer, more trustworthy way, with trust built into the rails of the internet as infrastructure to unlock billions of dollars in transaction value, and with economic incentives that are aligned at the individual level with the public good of better digital trust to get rid of all of the manipulation. So let's go in a little deeper. Our problem is really, like we said, that trust in real world is different from trust online, and that this leads to billions of lost sales and manipulation, fraud, and abuse online that limits the size of these markets. And we have reached a place where two massively powerful enabling technologies, that is decentralized systems and AI, are coming together in a way that we can actually reimagine the trust infrastructure of the internet from a first principles approach to build trust online the way it was meant to be from the beginning. So that means immutable systems that can't be manipulated, economic incentives that align to the goals that we want by tokenizing trust online, and privacy managed by the end user, controlled by the end user, so their data is their own truly. And on the AI side, to be able to build individualized models for people, not these universal models that are supposed to fit everybody, but don't actually fit anybody. And then explainable AI that lets us actually communicate those outputs in human-friendly ways. So we provide, as I said, trust infrastructure that takes form as an API and SDK that platforms and marketplaces can connect to and drop into their marketplace to get socially powered feedback and data points, trust signals for their users from their users' most relevant connections and people like their users based on similarity and familiarity. So again, this is really driving the core constraints of many marketplaces around trust that stops their business from succeeding. So we drive all the key metrics. And again, that's not just about this core value proposition of social trust, but also underscoring that with economics that fit it. So instead of not having an incentive to provide any sort of feedback on a transaction, there's actually economic incentive to both provide that feedback, and when that feedback is beneficial to future users, according to, of course, my own data privacy preferences. So the idea being that you shouldn't be able to buy trust online, you shouldn't be able to hire fake reviews or paid bots, but you should be able to earn money from building trust online the right way. And that's what Utu does. At the end of the day, better trust drives all the key metrics on platforms, from customer acquisition costs to conversion rates to customer satisfaction to retention, lifetime value, all of the other key metrics. On the right, you see a social graph visualization of our tech in action in one use case here in Kenya in mobility, where these were some of the results that we've seen from that deployment. We have a huge ecosystem of partners all over the world, including some top tier global research institutions like the Turing Institute, UKRI, and Southampton University, as well as major tier 1 blockchains. And we're working across, as I said, every sector of the digital economy. Anywhere risk is present, trust is needed to ease transactional friction. And it's quite a huge market if you think about all of the sectors where risk and trust are playing key roles in driving transactions. So we estimate it about peer-to-peer platforms, about $8 billion and 39 billion across all marketplaces. And that's where we'll leave it today. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak today. and talk about our vision for better digital trust.
Jason, great speech, great case. I like it a lot. It's, I think, very interesting to know that you are preparing to ensure trust through a very interesting how can I say solution with both AI and blockchain. Congrats, Jason. Good luck
Thanks
with
very much.
your idea. If you want to know more about the solution, you can connect Jason by his LinkedIn or even enter to YouTube. Right now, we are going to move on in our AI experience. And now, first of all 2 p.m. Brazilian time. Yeah, I think that every location that you are watching could be a different time. Yeah, but we have this amazing case, amazing. We call mainly case from Europe here. You have today Maria Kimir that is already with us, and soon I'm going to introduce her. Hi, Maria. Soon I'm going to give you the floor for your speech. Tomorrow we have Joana Paiva, the CTO of I Love, amazing case of health. On Wednesday we have Herbert Perosh, that's the founder of Urban AI, talking about logistics, urban AI. It's a very interesting approach. And on Thursday, we have Anne Schmucker. She's the data strategy lead of Mercedes-Benz. You see how many interesting cases. Before we start, I would like just to talk about our glossary. I2AI has developed a very nice glossary with the main doubts. You have the main verbiage, or how can I say, words, technical words that we use in Portuguese for artificial intelligence. We can go there and get a short video of what this means. That if you go there in our YouTube channel, we have like a session there, a playlist with our glossario. If you want, you also can go to our site, our homepage, and you have more. We are going to have more than 40 episodes talking about some basic definition of mainly some keywords, the buzzword that we listening don't know what means. We can have here in the A2AI glossary in Portuguese, and I hope in future also in other languages. Okay, now right now it's only available in Portuguese. You can use the subtitle to understand in other languages as well. But before we start, just to say, we're going to put this video here that Maria will jump on right after. Look at that.
Мегафон создал бесплатный семейный тариф, потому что ты привязан к работе.
Спецносок.
Пап, привет, есть минута?
Есть, но не больше.
У меня тест по географии. Какая самая глубокая река Америки?
Миссисипи.
Миссисипи, пароль верный.
Будь всегда на связи с детьми. Подключай бесплатный семейный тариф в салонах Мегафона.
Так, не расходимся. Сейчас тест по английскому будет.
Что?
Тест по английскому будет.
Я не говорю русский. I don't know if I'm talking right, probably not, yeah, but probably not, but I don't talk Russian. I'm sorry, Maria, but it's a great pleasure to have you here. Maria is the CEO of Deepfake, this fantastic I would say startup, but I think that with this success that they are doing in Russia and around the globe, I think probably will be a great company, a big company, not a great company is already the one, but a big
Hope
company
so.
soon. Yeah, Maria. And
Hello.
Maria is a serial entrepreneur. Yeah, she founded and be part of many different startups, Graining Brain, Everpixel, Dowell, and right now she's the CEO of Deepfake.
Deepfake,
Maria,
yes.
yeah, please go ahead, explain a little bit more about this case, about the solution, about what we are doing. I'm going to give you a chat for your presentation, and later on I come back to you to make some questions. Our audience wants to make also some questions. Then I will let you are able to share your screen to talk a little bit more about this.
Yes, of course.
Okay, be welcome.
Thank
It's
you.
great to have you here.
Thank you, Alexander. 1 minute. I need to share my screen with you. Okay.
Okay, I will jump out and floor is yours.
Super cool. Hi, everyone. My name is Maria Chmir, and I'm the co-founder and CEO at Deepfake. We help movie producers and advertising agencies to involve super realistic clones of real people in their projects, utilizing artificial intelligence, of course, and taking care of the rights of use celebrity images. Our home market is Russia. Here we create content for large corporation in oil, banking, and telecom, work with TV channels. We recently had an amazing project, which you saw with Bruce Willis, which I will talk about in detail today. Now we have launched our business in the US, and we are starting to produce a film in Hollywood starring a digital replica of an iconic actor. Today, I'm going to talk about why deepfake are incorrect naming, how Hollywood celebrities feel about digital cloning, and what changes are waiting for the creative industries in the near future. Many people say that we do deepfakes, but the term deepfake seems toxic to me, not only because of its reputation, but also because of the summation of variety of methods. It levels out important differences, and people don't understand the unique value of each one in practice. In the 3 years that I've been working with deepfakes, several hundred different requests have passed through my hands. Some were crazy, from order to propaganda videos to porno content. I want to highlight that we refuse the unethical use of algorithms and work only with those who are ready, firstly, to get the right to the image, and secondly, to open the generative nature of the character in the video. I will classify the deepfakes, which I propose to call visual generative technologies into 3 groups. The first help to replace faces in already completed videos using algorithms.
Maria, I'm not sure if it's without sound or you didn't enable your sound.
Oh, how can I?
If you want to enable it, you need to stop sharing and then come back. And then when you put sharing, put the
I'm
sound.
sorry.
Don't worry about it. It happens all the time with me as well.
Okay. Where is the button which I should
you need to put share. Before we select the screen, you put in the bottom of it there is a small share my computer sound.
Now I see. Super good.
Okay, great.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Привет, друзья! С вами Техникум.
Is it good?
Как вы догадываетесь, Джон Траволта в «Криминальном чтиве» никогда не говорил этих слов. Но тем не менее, вы это сейчас видите. Итак, сегодня поговорим о дипфейках.
But it's always in Russian. Okay, the second does not replace the whole face, but only work with the mouth area. It is AI lip sync. I think all of you saw this video.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. So, for instance, they could have me say things like, I don't know, Killmonger was right. We're entering an
Okay.
era in which
Stop it, please. The third category, and here is the coolest in the world, is NVIDIA, is a generation of scenes and objects in 2D and 3D.
Привет, друзья! С вами Техникум. Как вы?
Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Now we understand a little bit about visual generative technologies and how can I? Oh, super. And we can talk about their practical benefits. I can highlight two big groups of problems that we and other companies in our field are trying to work with. On the one hand, we produce tools that simplify or reduce the cost of the existing process of content production. And on the other hand, we open up new opportunities previously unused. For example, algorithms can do the same thing that computer graphics have been doing for decades, only much cheaper, faster, and often more realistic. Is it easier to revive or make a character younger, to tell the story of growing up with help of AI than with CG? And graphics don't always do the job, unfortunately. I think you know this case too. If the pilot of the series has already been filmed, but in the last moment, the producer replaced the main character, only the generation of the head can save. In the old days, all the materials had to be cut out and the pilot had to be filmed all over again. Crazy expenses. A lot of requests for us came in during the lockdown time. It's difficult to bring an actor to the set if they are the face of the brand. It's necessary. The team also cannot go to them. We shot a double and turned him or her into a star. Localization is another super problem. We feel frustrated if an actor's lip motion in a movie does not match the dubbing. The AI lip sync, which we were introduced earlier, can help make the content more authentic. Another case study in marketing and personalization. Turn it one video of a person into a million based on different messages and appeals. New videos are created by neural networks based on AI lip sync technology. Text and voice, by the way, can also be generated neural network. Okay, move on. Meanwhile, face swapping, like any method, had and has its limitation. Yes, in our favorite apps, we can put a grandfather face in a fashion rapper's music video in a few seconds and share this miracle with the whole family. When it comes to generating a face on high quality footage, which already been shot, and you are expecting an ultra pressure digital copy, you will be disappointed. There are five key limitations to which we are stuck. The face detectors are not working perfectly. It's the first problem. Too small, too complex an angle, the face is turned down the horizontal axis by more than 90 degrees and tilted, reversed vertically by more than 30 degrees. Too much blur and serious overlap of the face with an object leads to fact that neural networks cannot recognize a face is shown to them. The more accurate the detector, the more time it takes to detect. The second problem is that face swapping technologies do not work with the background, only with the generated facial area. This means that the desired face will fit into the oval of the existing face, taking on its emotions and facial expressions. So making a face thinner or fuller, changing the sentiment are tasks for technologies that work directly with poses and movement. Clearly, calculating this group of parameters also requires time. The next difficult is then in dynamic scenes, the face is always overlapped by something. Even if it's just a strand of hair, my hair is too short to show you how it can be, which is barely visible to the eye, the face generated over this strand will be unnatural. In order to separate overlapping objects from the background and the generated image, you need a classifier and detector for this object. Each object has its own detector. These algorithms will determine for each frame how much space objects occupy. From the point of view of processing, this is quite a big task. So one more additional time resource. The third barriers is the problem of adapting the face to complex scenes in terms of light and color. In fact, it is the light gives the lifeless mask a natural human appearance. In Deepfake, we divide all the materials into scenes based on the similarity of light and color, and teach the neural engine to reproduce faces for each light group separately. This helps us to achieve maximum naturalism. If we have, if you take away the manual labor and automate the process of applying filters and shadows to each frame at a reasonable speed, then such calculations will require a lot of computing power. The fourth barriers is data. Is data, of course. That data is our main problem in machine learning. Generating a face in a video from a single photo is possible if trained model to reproduce a face from that video on millions of different variations of other faces. Such universalism causes sacrifice in quality, of course. Right now, we are solving this challenge because we are getting a lot of requests to recreate personalities from which only 19th century photographs have survived. More often, we take on the task of generating those faces which with which there is a sufficient amount of various video footage. And finally, why it still does not work exactly. The reason is an architecture of the algorithms. Each frame containing the desired face goes through a process of transcoding into some information. A discriminator works with it. It identifies the information by a large number of parameters. Then the face is reconstructed. Therefore, as a result of complex mathematical calculations, which is the essence of the generative process, we initially lose something. We pay by accuracy for automatism and speed. Based on the existing limitations, we try to work with those projects that are initially created with the expectation of later applications of neural network. Together with producers, we are looking for a way to level out the weaknesses of technology. With the creative team, we choose the image of the hero, analyze the data, and give our assessment in terms of potential contexts of use. This affects the script, which also take into account the close-up, angles, and lighting of the scene. In addition, casting and testing understudies for the specifics of the face being generated is also a crucial part of our work. During the shooting, we consult the director and cameraman, indicating the problems of some scenes. This is the process of AI supervising. When right after the scene we shoot, we put the AI mask on the understudy in a few minutes. If everything is okay, the take is considered successful and we continue shooting. And after the generation, we help the post-production team not to spoil the synthetic face. Okay, where does all this lead us to? Let's move on from technique to market predictions. What do you think when you look at all these people? What do they have in common? When content producers look at these portraits, they are sad because they can't make a show, a video, maybe music video, or a movie with these great personalities. All of these people don't exist anymore. Some of them are alive and actively creating, but those characters that once loved by millions have faded into oblivion. We at Deepfake don't agree with this, and we work to provide digital immortality to those who want it. In a sense, we are the talent agency of the future. And our first hero, who has agreed to immortalize himself, is Bruce Willis from the Die Hard days. Bruce's participation in the project ended with the signing of the contract, and then neural networks took over. The first step was working with data, of course. Our team find out 34,000 fragments with Bruce in the right light, in certain angles, and with the desired emotions. Then we recorded data, was loaded in the neural networks that recreate Bruce's face over the double's face in the right sense. In the project, we first applied 3 innovations. On the set, after each successful double, a few minutes generated Bruce's face, so the team was convinced of the correctness of the scene. After generating, we applied our new upscaling algorithm to the face, which details the texture of the skin, adds natural luster to the look, and highlights the teeth. The third innovation is the ability to generate Bruce's face in new episodes in full HD resolution in just 3 to 5 days from the digital copy. Okay, here is the video, but I think we can move on. Okay. We are confident that face shifting will soon become commonplace in advertising and film projects. Imagine what the budget would be if Bruce would fly to Russia to shoot for a year while the creative frame runs. Many viewers mistook him to the real person, even thought we did not aim to do so. AI clones are needed when force majeure occurs. A sudden illness of the actor or an emergency accident. In addition, just suppose the number of plastic surgeries that are so common in the creative world would decrease, because now you can use artificial intelligence instead of the scalpel. Besides that, let's talk about insurance. If I'm not mistaken, correct me please, Tom Cruise is insured for $30 million to star in a new episode of the famous franchise. If an understudy with an exact facial AI replica of the actor will do all of the stunts instead, the producers can save a great deal of money. That's my main point. Don't think of deepfakes as a fashion that will pass. It is an effective tool to optimize content production, which will evolve and become firmly in the hands of professionals.
Меня зовут Александр Черняков, я актер театра и кино, закончил ГИТИС в 2014 году. Я проработал 6 лет в театре Вадима Демчок и сыграл такие роли, как Клайд, Маркиза де Помпадур, женская роль, и, например, Курт Кобейн, настоящий рокер-наркоман.
This is Marcel Proust. Born in 1871, generated over a casting video of Russian actor Alexander Chernyakov. With the help of our technology, any person who has lived on Earth since the advent of photography can be involved in the project. That is, we can engage people who have lived since the end of the 18th century.
Меня зовут Алекс.
At least one picture. Our algorithms know how to restore and colorize materials. Of course, the fair treatment of rights is the foundation of our business and the future AI-driven talent management industry. There will just be a new type of content, of contract, a contract for the use of digital replica. Okay, I will be happy to answer your question if they are not too technical, because I'm not an engineer. My job is to build business. Thank you very much.
Maria Chimir, is that right? Maria Chimir, the pronunciation, is it right?
Chimir.
Okay, Chimir. Great case. I really, when I saw the first time, we are following the deepfake development here in Brazil and now around the globe with many enthusiastic, because we see many amazing things that can be done, and I think that deepfake did what some of us was saying, oh, this could be done, and you have the possibility to say, hey, it can be done, and we are going to do it, and this is the magic of it. We are very glad to see that we are already using some ideas of what can be done with artificial generated images that I like it more, because when we're talking about in this case, if I understood it right, you got the authorization of Bruce Willis to say, oh, you are going to be with us in this artificial generated image of yourself in our movie, and this is pretty well done in terms of business in business model, because you allow this great stars to become more able to they get more productivity as well, yeah, because they can be in many sets in the same day or the same year, and this is amazing. I have some questions. I don't know if you have the answer for that, but something that occurred to me, and we are going to also be open to our audience. But one thing that I would like to understand for your side is about the ethical issue, the ethical challenge, because you mentioned some of our heroes or our great celebrities, actors, singers, or so on, that already exist and it's not able anymore, or because they become different persons, or because they died unfortunately. And how do you see these ethical issues when you take a dead person, let's take this example, and bring himself to life, to immortality, and you are unable to ask him if he wants or this she wants this immortality. How do you see this ethical challenge? How do you, if you have any thoughts about it already?
It's very interesting question because now we try to communicate with the right holders. It can be the studios, it can be last producers of celebrities or their relatives. We try to communicate and ask them what they think about our opportunities. And we have really good feedback because this can be interesting for both parts. Relatives, studios, and producers can monetize the right of their celebrities, and brands, advertising agencies, or film producers can bring some famous person in their projects.
I'm sorry, I put myself in mute. Do you think that this is enough to ask for? Let's suppose that they have the beholder of the image right. I understand from the business point of view, this is enough. Yeah, you ask for the person that has the right to say, hey, can I use the image of your father, your uncle, your grandpa, or your grandma, or you go to a studio directly, and they and say, can I use to generate new content? Yeah, because it's one thing that you use, one thing that this person during his life or her life did really, and with this kind of technology can create even a different personality for people that have already lived on Earth. Is it right, Kimi?
Yes, sure. Yes.
How do you see this? Not in the business point of view, I understood, but not in business point of view, in the ethical point of view. How does it? You feel it right? You don't feel it right? You never thought about it? I'm not sure.
Okay. For me, it's question in the field of esoteric. Because when someone is dead, it doesn't matter for him or for her what will be with their image. I think so. That's why if we can make some benefits for someone, we will do this.
This is a great way to see. I would be glad if you could see more films of Bruce Lee. I love the guy. It would be, but I also see that like how would it be with the critics? Oh, this is not Bruce Lee, or this is exactly as Bruce Lee, or this is even better than Bruce Lee. You can imagine what can be done. It's very very sensitive.
Yes. We need to learn how to create not only face but the body too, because and not only body but emotions and maybe charisma. I don't know, because actors is the passion. It's not just the face or body. It's a lot of small points which we need to recreate, and this is a really big task for us.
I can imagine. And talking about the technical part, I understood that you are not the right person to go in deep, but in general, how you mentioned five kind of limitations, yeah, limitations. If you turn your head in a wrong angle, you cannot, and so on. When do you believe that this limitation will be overcome in your industry? You think that soon, like end of this year? No, it will take longer because very difficult limitation. I know that perhaps you will not be able to talk a technical based
Okay.
answer, but your opinion at least, yeah.
But I'm controlling our technical roadmap, so I know that we need something like 6 or 7 months to reduce all of these limitations. So it's real, and we need not a lot of time to do this.
That
6, 7 months.
You are talking
Yes,
about the
soon.
end of next year. We are going to be able to have all the limitations, or very reduced, or solved completely.
Because we have a really great challenge. We need to produce a big movie with the main role of deepfake. So we need to decrease all of our limitations.
You can be creative there. That there's full frontal image. You can make it like not by the technical side. You can make like a kind of movie without solving the technical issues. Yeah, Maria.
But it's not interesting,
Yeah,
it's not
I
interesting.
Agree.
We want to make something really great.
Yeah, this I agree completely that it will not be the same if you just look the movie in the same perspective.
Yes.
You are absolutely right on that. And talking about the industry of movies, because we discussed a little bit about the ethical issues, but now I would like to go deeper on business point of view.
Okay.
And perhaps you can, I don't know if you have any thoughts about it, but anyway, when I saw it, say, hey, but this is a great limitation of actors and actresses that can be solved. And there is some actors and actresses that any year, or in most of the years, they are concurring to their Oscars and so the big awards and big prize, yeah. And if you this limitation that one actor, one actress, or a singer, or any kind of celebrity that you believe are not more there, you can use this celebrity with their allowance to be in as many movies, as many concerts, as many anything as they want. Yeah, because they this restriction of this is no more. Yeah. Do you think that it will disrupt the whole movie industry? I mean, let us consider that all movies are going to have Tom Cruise, Bruce Willis. I don't know. You can pick up your favorite actor or actress and put out, say, oh, all movies are going to get the best role, best, how can I say, casting. Or, in the other hand, you say, oh, your movie are going to have your casting. Like the other hand of the other way of seeing that, say, I don't like this guy. I want another guy here in the main role. I don't know. I would like just to think about how do you see the future of this industry, and do you think that this economics of the industry then will change a lot? How do you see that? As you are in the industry, I'm just guessing here outside of the industry.
It's very interesting point. We had conversation with the streaming platforms to add this option for their interfaces, because just imagine you are watching some film or TV show, and you want to change not only the face of someone, but the script, the text, everything. With a neural network, you can change everything in the content which you consume. So it's really good for us to be the author of the content which we watch. It will be new era.
New era, completely new. And there is some questions from our audience here. I'm going to put some that I think that's more simple, but I would like to hear your opinion. I think the big fan of Macaulay Culkin in the previous day, there is asking, in your view, can we have a Home Alone and with the authorization of Macaulay Culkin in this Home Alone, I don't know, 7, I don't know what's the last one, but do you think this is possible? It's a question here from our audience.
I hope so. In my presentation for investors, I have this example.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to authorize or not. It's a difficult question, but you hope so that I don't know who did this question, but you can keep your hopes up. Perhaps now he can recreate his young Macaulay Culkin there with a great movie Home Alone again with new set. And another question here, more about techniques here, but more a general one. What about the scenarios? Amazing what we can do. Deepfake makes sets. They ask if you make sets also for scenarios and so
on. If you ask me about script, what we can do with the narrative, I can answer. If your audience know about this great stuff which OpenAI created earlier, it's GPT-3. It's really great neural networks that help us to create not only visual part but words, but meaning, and it's crazy. Very soon we can create script and narrative automatically.
Yeah, before Maria, just for your information, I think that you are not with us, but the president of Microsoft Brazil was with us, and she was talking about how Microsoft is using GPT-3 on this sense. That this is also amazing. What Maria was telling, that GPT-3 and the further ones will be able to enable us to make these amazing things, as he's saying. Another thing here, these are some Brazilian guys, I would believe, imagine, let's say, can you imagine being able to recreate Ayrton Senna? Ayrton Senna is a big driver. Everybody here in Brazil was a big fan of. He's a Formula One. He was a Formula One driver that he died tragically in a Formula One accident. And Alexandre Caldeira is telling if it would be able to recreate Ayrton Senna with a Christmas message. He said that the whole country will be crying here if you have. I don't know if it's a question, but more wishing here. I'm going to. This one is a question. Edilson Seara is asking: is it possible to have an identification control of what is a fake face or not? Are we able to identify that?
Yes, we had these questions a lot, and now we are developing our own technology, which will help everyone to detect fake or not in the video. And I hope that we will launch this technology like a plugin for everyone in the early 2022. So now we are building our own methods to detect the deep fakes, because it's really important for us, and we want to develop fair industry without fakes.
With in the same way that we have fake products, and you have also authorized, if I got you right, you have authorized artificial generated images and those that are fake. Yeah, and in this sense, you need to know the difference. This is authorized by Bruce Willis to be part of this advertisement. This is not. You cannot do that, and this is very important, because if Maria doesn't do that, I would believe that Deepfake would be in trouble, because you can create and make a sign with actors and actresses and so on, celebrities, and another person go there and do the same without authorization. This would be very critical, yeah, for the industry to have this kind of this is a
You're
real
right.
authorized generated face and not a fake one.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, and Maria, I think that we are already past that, but Fabio Murakami bring another question here. Do you believe that in the future it will be possible to make films using the entire cast? How does this impact the film industry? I don't know if you want to add more about that, or Fabio Murakami is asking that. I think that he asked it before I asked my question. I don't know. You are able to go more deeper on that if you want.
I have a dream, and this is my real passion for the future. I want to make the product which help everyone to create what they imagine, not only with the hands, but only with the brain.
Oh gosh. See, Murakami, Fabio Murakami, if you want to become a director of your casting, I think you need to talk with Deepfake and Maria to help you to make, oh, I want a movie like that. And perhaps you can do a whole movie soon because this technology is advancing very fast. And by curiosity here, Maria, how was the negotiation with live actors like you have with Bruce Willis? I'm very curious to say, hey, how did it work? He get a little bit astonished. He was okay, or he can you give more details about how it happened and the curiosity about it?
He told us that everything is really great. And I hope, because it's just a start, we have a 1-year contract and we will produce 15 spots with his face, with the brand. It's called Megaphone. It's big Russian telecom brand. So I hope that all of our videos will be so great like this.
This was a great one. I was trying to have the title there. I understood a little bit about the joke there, and they are disabling a bomb and so on. And the other actor, it was a famous, if I got it right, sorry for doesn't know, but the other guy was a famous actor in Russia, isn't it? How is
Yes,
his
yes,
name?
yes. Konstantin.
Constantine, yeah, Constantine, and you can imagine
He's a big fan of Bruce. Yes, he's a really big fan.
This would be amazing. You could run your commercial with your buddy actor or actress. It would be great, yeah. And just to get to the end part of it. Now I would like to go for the bad usage of this kind of technology. We didn't explore it more, but I would like to understand your thoughts because we are seeing increasing usage of this kind of technology for doing bad things. We have recently at the end of the last year, we had one company that the CEO, a blockchain company, the CEO was generated artificially and was given some of the pronunciation of the company to raise funding. For he was how can I say this generated the fake generated
His
artificial
AI
intelligence.
replica.
Exactly,
AI replica.
exactly. AI replica, and was there giving a lot of speech, and then run away with the company, the guys behind it, run away with the money, and they was going to find the CEO. The CEO didn't exist. The CEO was a replica of nobody. Yeah. And how do you see if you are afraid of the bad usage, and how do you recommend ourselves to protect against it, the bad usage of it? You have any thoughts about that? You have consider how you can use it for the good ideas and not for the bad ones, and so
on. Before we will launch our own product to fake detector, please be care. You need. Now I try to say it for everyone. You need to use fact checking, of course. because today deepfake can be really realistic, really, it's really good, I know. So you need to see on some small details. You need to see on the tooth, you need to see on the eyes, and you need to try the broads between face and head, because when face generated, you can see some broad between face and head. And always you can see on this part of your head, because deepfake, it's working only with face, not with ears, you know.
Not yet, I hope so, but yeah, Maria, but you are trying to do evolve the technology to be able to do that. And this is
I'm sorry.
something yeah, no, it's not you, Maria. I think that it's great that you are doing this and the good usage of it. The technology can be used for both sides. And I mean that this is one point. We are wishing that we develop the technology doing good things, and some guys unfortunately lately take the advantage of it to make the bad decisions, to make the world worse than it is, and this is not good.
Yes.
For at long term. Everybody will suffer if you go to the bad journey, bad path there.
Thank you,
Maria. It was a great conversation. I think that there is for our audience. I think that there is they are all happy and there is no more question. I would like you to give your final words, to say your goodbye, to I don't know, mention anything that you think that is important, and then we are going to end this interview.
Thank you very much that you hearing my presentation. I hope that it was really interesting and with some really interesting points. And so please waiting our work in internet, in a movie, in streaming platforms. See you.
Passiva, дуже добро.
Спасибо.
Kind of it. I don't know if I get it right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maria. It was a pleasure to have you here. And I'm just going to say my final words for our audience. Well, thank you very much for your time with us. And for you, thank you. And for you that are waiting for our case for the end of today, just to remember, don't forget to make your check-in. Yeah, check-in, a daily check-in. If you did already, it's okay. If you didn't do yet, it's time to do, because you are going to conclude to a great prize at the end of the night. Tonight, yeah, you're going to have a great prize. Then, and also you're going to receive your certification saying that you are part of our event. Do it as soon as possible with this QR code or with this address bit.ly -I2AIXP. Okay. Another thing that there is a great prize, as I told you, in the evening at 7 p.m. Brazilian time. You're going to say who got our prize for today. Every day we have different prize. Then don't forget to make a check-in every day. For today, we're going to receive this semantics prize here. Very, very nice set of semantics, our sponsor. I would like to also recommend, if you like machine learning, you want to know more about it, deep learning and so on, there is an ebook available in our website, in our i2ai.org. You can get there. Demystifying machine learning. It's in Portuguese, unfortunately, but later on we're going to launch out other volumes in other language as well. But you can go there and get to understand a little bit more what is machine learning and so on. It's for free. You can get there. It's in our website for you to have and know a little bit more about it. I would like also to congratulate you to be part of our audience. Also, thanks for A2O.ai, Suzano Semantics to be our sponsor. Educa Cross FIA Pro Info as well. Yeah, they are a great sponsoring us. And we are going to start tonight. We are going to have Somaye Nipur from Government of Canada. She's going to be presenting a little bit more about fairness, about bias. Don't miss it. It's going to start punctually at 7 p.m. Brazilian time. And at this time, we're going to have great cases for America, Canada, US, and so on. Okay, what's a pleasure to be with you in this event. We are going to finishing right now, and thank you to have us. Bye-bye. See you on the evening at 7 p.m. for our next attraction. Bye-bye.